When I joined Hollywood Bowl, we implemented an ATS system there. So that was back in 2013. And at the time, it totally revolutionised the recruitment process, and it involved everything that we did, and everyone embraced the change, absolutely loved it. But 5 years on, the platform hadn't changed, and we were finding that, we're becoming increasingly more difficult to use. So what we did is decided that we needed to move away from the current ATS and change. So some of the things that weren't working for us, it was a really long candidate process, really disjointed. So for example, candidates would apply, they'd have to activate their account from an email, and then the application would come through. And you could just imagine the drop-off rates sort of throughout that process for a candidate. We realised that, and also with all the new generational insights as well, that the new generations, they want a quick application process. They want to apply on the go. They don't want to be sat at home in front of a computer filling out a 40-minute application form. And actually, ePloy shared some stats with me just the other day. Is 46% of people that are applying for our jobs are applying from a mobile device. So it's really important that we have a process for these new generations and people that just want things quickly. So there were many other factors to why we needed to move to a new system. So there was no integration with the payroll system, which we have now, which I'll talk to you about later. We were unable to make any changes in the system, so it would incur development costs every time we wanted to make small changes. Everything was really inflexible. The feedback we were starting to get from our managers is that actually this isn't fit for purpose anymore. We really need to move away from this system. There was no sort of social elements to it, no sharing of jobs. So we decided it was time to make a move to a new system. So what I did is I pulled together a proposal for our board to review, and I presented to the board, look, this is what is not working for the business. This is what I think that we need. And so it was agreed that yes, it was time to move on. The current system wasn't working for us. So what I did is I got teams involved. So one of the most important parts, I think, of the project was getting the stakeholders involved. So I got our teams together, and so that was our team of centre managers and our recruitment team. And basically, we spent lots of time doing research, internal and external. So internal, we looked at the current system. What did we like? What didn't we like? What did people want? What were their vision for a new system? Externally, we looked at other websites. What did we like about their websites? What ideas could we pinch for our new system? And off the back of this, I mapped out our requirements, a wish list, and everything that we wanted of a system. And I literally did that just by creating one big spreadsheet, just mapped out all of the requirements. And then from that list of requirements, I developed a brief, which I then sent out to tender. So I'll talk you through the tender process that we went through. The requirements, just to sum it up really, we needed a better user experience for our candidates and for our hiring managers. We needed flexible communication. We wanted to easily be able to communicate with people with email, text messages. We needed all of that functionality within the system. Onboarding, we want candidates to be able to sign their contracts and offer letters online and complete their onboarding online. We wanted to be able to integrate with our HR system. So one of the things that we were really key on doing is streamlining processes. So previously, our managers were having to print off contracts from the internet, fill them out, put them in the post, get the new team member in, get them to complete lots of forms, and then type them all into the payroll system. So we needed to strip all of that out. Social referrals, we wanted people to be able to go onto the site and be able to refer these jobs to their friends really easily on the site. And the ability to track success. So one key thing is, tracking how the system is performing for you. Where are your candidates coming from? What job boards? Where's your return on investment? So we chose ePloy, and then we started the implementation. So it took us 16 weeks to implement the system. And the support from Sam, our implementation manager, was fantastic. She was there throughout, and I'm sure that there were some painful times for her with all of the questions from me, but yeah, so it was 16 weeks, and then we went live on the 1st of July. So we are this is very new for us still. But yes, so we had a go live date of the 1st of July, and I had a couple of weeks to train the whole business. So I'm just going to talk to you briefly about my journey and how I did that. Regular communication, it was really important to let managers know, obviously, that the system was coming, show them all the things that I thought they were going to absolutely love, the onboarding part of it, get everyone really, really excited. So regular communication to the business about what was coming, when the training was going to be. And then I packed my bags and I went on the road and I did 12 sessions across the UK, and I trained all managers within a 2-week period. It was really important to get the right environment. So we used to do sort of training in our centres, but for things like this, it was really important to be in the right environment. So we had a screen, we had the equipment, everything that we needed, the strong internet connection. So we were really nicely set up for success for that training. I asked people to bring their own equipment. So people did actually bring mobile phones, laptops, iPads, and probably, I don't know, 10 of the managers actually sat there and they did the training on their phone. So that just shows you how accessible the platforms are from mobile. And what we did on the day is we actually sat together and everyone logged into their portals for the first time, set up their live vacancy so that on go live date, the vacancies were all out there. Once we switched from the sort of staging system to the go live system, to the live system, then yeah, everyone was all ready to go and vacancies were all live. And then ePloy created some great videos for us as well, which we put on our intranet, and then also we developed some guides as well, just some really simple guides for managers to follow. So this is my dashboard in my core system. So you can see from here that we've had, since the 1st of July, 22,629 application forms. We have actually, sorry, it's cut off at the bottom, but we've made 400 placements already through the ePloy system. And what is great about this system is you can change your dashboard to whatever information that you want to see, and also all of the tracking of data, which is so important, is fantastic from the core system. But then the hiring manager portal looks very, very different. It's aligned to Hollywood Bowl, all the pink colours, so managers can add their vacancies themselves, manage all of their candidates, make offers in the system. It's a really simple process and they can really clearly see where their candidates are within the workflow. And it's a really simple process now for candidates. It's probably a 10-minute application process. They fill in a registration form, they upload the CV, and what's great about the technology is the CV parsing part of it. So they'll upload their CV, and then within the hiring manager portal, the manager will see it as one application form. It will pull all the information from the CV into the application form. So I put a survey out only a few weeks ago and asked managers to give their feedback on the system. And so one of the snippets of the positive feedback that's come back is about the layout and about it being user-friendly, easy to navigate. TMs is team members can complete their onboarding online, and at the click of a button it's transferred to Forth, which is our payroll system. Simplicity, the integration again, and then the user guides, good explanations for the things that it is describing. Navigation again, and then the onboarding and transfer into Forth. So it really has revolutionised, again, our processes. So the centres are really engaged in this, and what we're going to do is evolve this product even further. So visibility of what the managers are doing as well is really good, because from the core system you can click through and you can see what all the managers' portals look like and what they can see. So from go live we had 5,000 applications within a really short space of time, and now over 22,000 applications a couple of months later. And in our last system we only ever reached around 50,000 applications in a 12-month period. And then, so what's next for us? So we're developing situational judgment tests at the moment as we speak. We've got some business psychologists that have written that for us. They're developing the questions which we're trialling with the business. And off the back of that, we will get a nice list of situational judgment tests which we're going to build into the ePloy system.